What is going on, everybody on YouTube? Max Rock here with the brand new video, and today we're going to be doing a full review of the Moto G6. The first question I would ask, or if I was a consumer out there looking for a new phone, the first question I would ask myself is, can anyone use this phone and enjoy it? And the answer to that question for me is yes, and maybe yes. And it's only because not everyone needs a super powerful phone for everyday use. Not everyone needs the best camera to take a simple shot, and not everyone wants to spend $1,000 on the phone to get the greatest specifications. It's all subjective if you ask me. But I can say here with the Moto G6 that I'm happy that I got a chance to own it, because the build quality is really good, it has decent performance, and it has a great price, and that makes a great combination. So with the specifications of this device here, we have a 5.7 inch 1080p by 2160 18 by 9 aspect ratio display. You got a Snapdragon 450 for the CPU, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage, a 3000 milliamp hour battery. You have a 12 and a 5 megapixel camera in the back, and you have an 8 megapixel camera in the front with LED flash. The speaker is also in the front of the device too. You get a fingerprint scanner, some Motorola branding on the bottom. You get a headphone jack on the bottom, I should say. USB Type-C for charging, microphone on the front, microphone on the top, and I think there's a microphone on the back too, which is actually interesting about this phone. So, with a phone like the Moto G6, you're probably wondering, what's the performance like? So in terms of battery from a day-to-day standpoint, you can get about 5 to 7 hours of screen on time with moderate usage, and about 4 to 6 hours with heavy. So depending on the type of user you are, that'll determine the battery life. Now charging times aren't gonna take that long as well, because it has turbo charging, so getting some quick juice won't be a problem. So if you are ever in a situation where you need some quick juice, this phone is a good option, because I had instances where I had about 45% battery, and after about a half hour of charging, I'll be on about 90%. So definitely a phone that charges very quickly here. Now, just as the previous models from the past, the G6 comes unlocked and can work on any of the major carriers in the United States, and I'm using mine on Boost Mobile at the moment. You can tell, Boost Mobile. Now, the cloud quality is acceptable, the data connection is good, and everything you expect from a phone 2018 works perfectly fine. Now, as I said, with the specifications here, the G6 features a dual camera setup that has a 12 megapixel primary camera and a 5 megapixel secondary camera that gives you the bokeh effect. Now, if you want to see some examples of the images and what they can actually look like, I got some on my Instagram page. You can look at some of the photos that I posted of other devices, and I also have a camera review on the channel that you can look at to see what the video quality and picture quality looks like in video format on YouTube here. Now, in the budget category, if you ask me, it's an excellent camera. It can produce some pretty good looking photos, and the portrait mode isn't half bad. With the recent updates, you can now use the portrait mode on the front camera that has an 8 megapixel sensor. And the max resolution for this camera here, as far as video recording, is 1080p 60 frames per second. Now, as I said earlier, the phone is running Android 8.0 with security patch to July 1st. And Moto says that it's planning on bringing Pi to the device in the coming months. And we'll see about that, because Oreo hasn't even been brought to the G5 Plus from last year, which I had, but I no longer have anymore. Now, another feature you have in the G6 is the ability to use the fingerprint sensor as your navigation button. So, to give you guys an example of how that works is, let's say I'm in the Play Store here, and I go to an application. To go back, what you would do is swipe left on the fingerprint sensor. So swipe left and you go back. Now, if you're in a situation where you want to go to a different app, you would just swipe over to the right and you'll go into multitasking. And if you want to go home, you just simply tap the fingerprint sensor and it'll take you home. Now, other things that you can do as well is just hold it and you activate the Google Assistant. Another thing you can do is lock the screen as well. Pretty nice. And by the way, the fingerprint sensor on the device is really fast. It can unlock the device fairly quickly, if you ask me. It's not the fastest, but it does get the job done, and it's pretty quick. Notable things in Android 8.0 for the Moto G6 here is that it has picture-in-picture. So if you're looking for a device that has picture-in-picture with 8.0, yes, the G6 does have it, and it is a pretty cool feature. Now, the speaker on the front of the device is ideal for me because audio is firing directly at you as opposed to away from you, and that's really important to me. Plus, the quality of the speaker is great. It's good on bass and not too much distortion, and it's super loud. And the fact that the phone has a glass back this year is pretty cool. It just adds to the phone and gives you the perception of premium. So obviously it's not the most expensive device in the world, but it does give you the perception of that. The display in the phone is amazing. It's not the Note 9 when it comes to watching videos on YouTube, movies, but you won't be disappointed. Viewing angles are good, especially in sunlight, and that's where the G5 Plus from last year didn't do so well. So another thing with this device here with the Moto G6 is that it does have the chop action, where you can activate the flashlight. Sorry for blinding you guys. You can chop it again and it deactivates it. And you can twist the device as well and activate the camera. Hold on. And then, oh, it cut the flashlight on and it activated the camera at the same time. But yeah, it's a cool little feature that the Moto G6 has. And just like the G5 Plus from last year, it has it. Now, to go over the AnTuTu benchmark scores and the Geekbench scores, I'm gonna give you guys that really quickly here, because as I said, it is running the Snapdragon 450. So you can get about a single core score of 754 and a multi-core score of 3911 or 3911, which isn't too bad for a Snapdragon 450. It's not as powerful as the 625 from last year, but it is on par with what the 625 from last year did in the Moto G5 Plus. Now with the AnTuTu benchmark scores here, let me go ahead and pull this up. Sorry about the wait time there. You get a 68,230. So where does that rank on a scale from fastest to slowest or slowest to fastest? Don't know, but that's the number that you get. I don't really put too much stock into these actual numbers. I just actually rely on what the everyday performance of the device is actually like. So, is the phone worth the money? Yes. With budget categories of smartphone getting better and better each year, you will see more and more premium features make their way to phones like the Moto G6, for example, the glass back, and you know, I guess it's pretty much it when it comes to premium features, because you can get a lot of features on a device that cost less than $300 these days. So if you're looking for a phone that can give you decent performance in about every category you like and dislike in a smartphone, then the Moto G6 is the way to go. Leave a comment if you have anything you want to see specifically with the Moto G6 in a future video. I'll be happy to get that done for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And if you do decide to subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so that anytime a video is posted in the future, you'll be notified of it immediately. But until then, my name is Max Rock. Once again, thank you for watching the video. You guys have a good day. Deuces.